Oh, hello. And we are officially live on the Twitch mobile for another edition of Mafia Mondays. Hello everyone. Hello. We're just getting started here for another edition of Mafia Mondays. We missed last week because I had fallen down some stairs and was not feeling good. I still have a bruise on my leg, but it's larger than my face. So but I don't feel it anymore, so that's comforting. But yeah, I fell down some stairs, not this Saturday that just passed, but the Saturday before that, and knocked me out of commission for a few days, for sure. And then then I slowly regained composure and regained my sense of self. But now we're back. I apologize for missing last week's Mafia Mondays. It is what it is. But you can't. I'm sure it won't be the last one I miss. It happens that life happens and things get in the way. But here we are back again. And yeah, we've been having a series of delays in a Spider-Man Mafia prequel, between falling down some stairs and deadlines happening at really inopportune times for me, and just the general unwieldiness of the game itself. The game is so massive and complex. I clearly, my goal was, this year is the 10th year anniversary of Spider-Man Mafia, and the goal was to make that anniversary, feel special. And so I pulled all the stops for this prequel. Wanted it to feel amazing, and it does. It just also means that the resolution phases take time, and sometimes I don't have that time. Bruce Campbell said, "You're the only one with the chin." He did. True story. You want me to tell that story? I met Bruce Campbell, actor behind Evil Dead, and played Ash in Evil Dead. He also played a minor part in all three of the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies. And he played in Bubba Hotep and a number of other films and shows. He was Briscoe County Jr. He was Autolycus, I think is his name. The jack of all trades in the Hercules and Xena series, live action series that were on in the 90s. Lucy Lawless, Kevin Sorbo, etc. Anyway, Bruce Campbell has an epic chin. So epic, in fact, that he titled his autobiography, "If Chins Could Kill: Confessions of a B-Movie Actor." When I met him, he said to me, and I quote, "I have met many people dressed as Ash at this convention." Ash being his character in the Evil Dead series of films and show. And I was, of course, cosplaying Ash. If you want those pictures, let me know, and I'll put them on the internet. But he's like, "I'd met many people playing Ash or cosplaying Ash at this convention. You're the first one with the chin for the job." And yeah, that made my day, week, year, whatever. The guy who wrote "If Chins Could Kill" complimented my chin, told me I had a chin that was suitable for playing the role of Ash, which is great. It's great when you look the part, anybody can cosplay a character, but when you look the part, it goes that extra mile, right? You get that extra bonus that people can't just get by putting on a costume. So that's nice. Hey Dark, how's it going? Long time no see. I got Baldur's Gate 3, and then I disappeared, didn't I? Dark and I, we usually play video games together. He is the person I play video games with the most when I'm looking to play a multiplayer game of something or other. And, I got Baldur's Gate 3, and then and then I stopped being available for playing games. Is what it is. You should get Baldur's Gate 3, Dark. But even if you don't worry. I will be back to playing. And you got Texas. Yeah, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'll be getting that at some point. I'm just not going to pay full price for it. I'm going to wait for it to fall on sale. You know, is what it is. I look forward to trying that with you, though, when I do get it. But you told me that you can't kill your teammates, so, you know. Because it's going to end like F-13, trash game. Yeah, they all go that route, you know? They don't have... They're all going to end, you know, they don't have the... You did cause someone to get killed? How'd you do that? What happened in Texas Chainsaw Massacre that resulted in you causing someone to get killed? I slammed the door shut when my teammate was right behind me. We were getting chased by one of the killers. Well, I guess that counts. That absolutely counts. That's no different than when we would put bear traps in front of windows in Friday the 13th so that people who would dive through windows to escape the killer got in the bear traps. You have to understand, Dark and I are very toxic players in these kinds of games, and we wouldn't have it any other way. It's the best way to play. Now that I gotten back into streaming, I really should stream Friday the 13th a bit before that game disappears forever. I'll have to make a point of doing that at some point. Yeah, it is what it is. And that game is going the way of the dodo. They're like, we've done enough with this game, and now we're not going to do any more with it. Because we lost the license. That's a good reason, I guess. It is what it is. As a friend of ours used to say. Some matches, when I'm the killer, I'll shut off the battery and generator and unlock all the doors so the victims can escape. Well, how nice of you. Battery and generator, that sounds a lot like Dead by Daylight. Is the gameplay basically the same as Dead by Daylight? Or is there just certain things that are similar? Oh. Some exits are booby-trapped. Ooh, booby-trapped exits. You know, you should really show me the game at some point. Do what you did for Returnal. Show me the game. At some point. Where is everybody? I said I was doing a Mafia Mondays. And the only person who showed up is someone who's not in my Mafia game. It's not that I mind hanging out with Dark. You're more than welcome on my stream. Tell me how some exits are booby trapped. Generator and battery run a current down a line that leads to a metal sheet on the surface directly below the gate. So it still sounds exactly like Dead by Daylight. There's a gate that you need to open to escape, and you need to get the generators running to do that. So if they walk towards it, they get zapped. Losing health in the process. They'll get pushed back, losing health in the process. Shut off generator and battery to kill the electric current. Okay, so they're trapped in this area and they have to turn off the electric current to the gate so that they can open the gate and escape. I see. I see. You still need a tool to unlock the gate. I see. Well, that's important. You know, you got to have a multi-leveled exit thing for the game. You know, all these games like Dead by Daylight where you have to escape. You know, there's got to be a series of things you got to do to escape. One thing I gotta say, one thing I really liked about Evil Dead, the game, even though the game was trash, even though the game was poorly implemented, unfortunately, one thing I did really like about it was that the goal of the people wasn't to escape, but it was to kill the evil or seal the evil back in the book or whatever. Nothing to like about the game. Well, it's different from, you know, Dead by Daylight and F-13 were both about like, oh, you gotta escape the map, right? F-13 you could kill Jason, but it was not the default survival way. Trash people without mics. Yeah, what the hell? Nobody on that game used a mic. You need a mic to play those games. I guess you don't really need a mic to play Evil Dead. You know, you don't really need a mic to play Evil Dead because the game didn't require cooperation to the same level that the other ones did, which is, I think, a problem of the game. The game should require cooperation. I don't know. I had such high hopes for that game, and it just did not deliver. It delivered on the nostalgia. They clearly had a lot of love for the IP, and they clearly utilized a lot of the IP's elements. You know, characters were all there, all voiced by the right actors. They had the right. The art direction was flawless. But the actual gameplay was trash, and the gameplay needed to be good in order for you to be able to enjoy being there and thus like you're not going to appreciate the beautiful art direction of the game if the gameplay was trash. Is what it is. Is what it is. Let's see. On to Twitch. It says 4 people are watching. We are live with Mafia Mondays. And join us at twitch.tv switch. Twitch.tv. Some Watched the Mortal Kombat story. Really good story. The story for the new video game, is that even out yet? The new one? It's out? Really? Okay, I didn't know that. I have been avoiding stuff about that game because I still have to play Mortal Kombat 11. And even though it's called Mortal Kombat 1 and is meant to be the beginning of a new Mortal Kombat franchise, it's still technically a continuation of the stuff that came before. Because I know that in Mortal Kombat 11, it was, something happens in it that results in them, wishing for a new timeline or something like that, which creates the Mortal Kombat 1 timeline. So I'm, there's still some connection to what came before, and I'm trying to avoid spoilers so that I can, go play Mortal Kombat 11 when I get the chance. It was Kang. Welcome, KOD. Kang conquered the timeline and made the new combat. Thanks for the spoiler that I just finished saying I was trying to avoid. I literally just finished saying I'm trying to avoid spoilers because I want to play Mortal Kombat 11 and without knowing what happened. And then KOD comes along and is like, it was this! Good job. Well done. You win the internet. Combat is part of the Marvel universe. No, the DC universe. It's part of the DC universe. Need that second part of the Miles Morales Spider-Man. They have a Kang. Speaking of Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2 is coming out next month. I'm thinking about doing like a marathon stream where I play through all of the first one and all of Miles Morales as we count down the hours to the release of the new one. That would probably be insane. You can't do this to me. Yes, I can. Do you know how much I sacrificed? Hey, guess what? Bully Maguire is in Spider-Man 2. Marvel's Insomniac's Spider-Man 2 is going to have the black Spider-Man suit from Spider-Man 3 with Tobey Maguire. Insomniac Spider-Man had the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man suit, the red and blue one. But this new one is going to have the black suit from Spider-Man 3, which means Bully Maguire's in the game. You can't do this to me. You know how much I sacrificed? What's the matter, Goblin Jr.? Gonna cry? Missed the part where that's my problem. Out am I? Tonight is supposed to be the Mafia Mondays stream, so we're supposed to talk about Mafia. We're going to talk a little bit about Mafia. We're going to institute a new rules change to Amazing Spider-Man, Amazing Fantasy, a Spider-Man Mafia prequel. Make it a little easier on me to run. And if I get enough people in here, I will. If I get enough people in here, I'll try to run a very short game of Mafia Werewolf for Twitch. I have a plan there, but we need more than 4. Got here 5. That probably won't happen unless we get a lot more people. But that's okay. We broke the trend last Monday. We didn't do a stream, so if people already forgot that every Monday we do a stream, or maybe it's too early, or maybe it's too late. I did say I would start normally at 11, and we started at 10:30 today, but don't want to go late tonight. I am tired already. We just started. So let's talk about the Spider-Man Mafia game. What I'm going to do, let's look at the all right. Stop? Yes, tell me. Stop? You want me to, what do you want me to stop doing, Dark? Stop talking about a Spider-Man Mafia? I'm learning new words. You're learning new words in français. En français. Arrête. You're missing some accents. Missing some accents on those. Oui, oui, oui. C'est vrai. Let's see. Oh. Hey, look. Double vision. Goodness. Oh. Jesus. Oh mon cul. My bots held that message back. Apparently. Let's see. Oh mon cul. Delete the bots. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. What are you doing, KOD? As nice as it is to hear from you, my ability has let me know that you did in fact go to a meeting with some shady people, one of which is known to be shady to more than just myself. Because of this, I would like to see you arrested. Well, that's very stuff. Stuff is happening. A rating. What happened to Cynthia? I don't know what happened to Cynthia. Maybe, you know, maybe she decided she was going to stop flirting with other people when she has a boyfriend. No, that doesn't sound like Cynthia. That's right. Let's have a look here. Working. All right, so let's see. Day-night rules. I gotta fix this. We're gonna change the standard time limit for days and nights. Make them a little bit longer. Frank, I can't keep up with my own game. That's what's happening. I can't keep up with my own game, so change these timelines so that they a little bit longer. An in-game day will last until the time limit expires or a vote threshold has been reached, whichever happens first, and a night will last until the time limit expires. The standard time limit for a day is what we're going to change here. $24 hours plus 4 hours per player in the active play. So it's still going to have this 4 hours per player in the active player pool, which is what it was, but there's going to be an extra 24 hours on top of whatever that math works out. A night will get 12 hours plus 2 hours per player in the active. Talk to the beginning, said day or night. So this math is still right. Should be 6. This 6. There we go. That math should be right. It's 7. It's 6. And it's a 5. I don't know why these are here. I said you can use one activated ability each day and one each night. This really belongs in the abilities. I mean, I put it in both, I'm pretty sure. But just because it's an ability rule, but it's relevant to the day-night rule, well, I guess. Between each day and night phase be a dawn / dusk interim. Formalizing this thing here. Be a dawn or dusk interim. Phase. Provide the mod time to resolve abilities and enhance the game's state. I will endeavor keep such intimate phases to there. I've formalized rather than being however long it takes me to get things done, I'm setting it at 24 hours, and hopefully that'll be enough time for me to get them done. By formalizing it, hope that it will not need to exceed. Previously, I was saying that they'll take however long they need to take, but I'm going to try to keep it at 24 hours. That gives me a day between. Such a keep them no more than 24 hours. There. Let's see. What a world we live in. I know. Changing the rules mid-game. Hate it. Hate it. But it is what it is. I'm struggling to keep up with my own game and slowing things down a little bit. Hopefully keep me from falling further behind. That's the goal. And in theory, things should be able to move more smoothly if the time limits, if the deadlines are better positioned to accommodate that. Let's see. I know, what a world we live in. It's so weird. Why are your names showing up as the same color on my chat window? That's annoying. It should be different colors. Anyway. Generally activated features they will are resolved within hours. See, that's something that I should probably change too. I currently have things resolve when I put up the next vote. Should probably I'll leave it the way it is for right now. That the way it is for right now. I was toying with the idea of making it so that day abilities only resolve twice a day instead of 4 times a day. But I feel like that would be changing things too much. Are already used to them resolving at the vote counts. To then change it on them and say it would be only resolving every other vote count would think too much of a change. We'll change the time limits and see if that's enough for me to figure this shit out. Just delete shit. It seems redundant. Ought to. Activated if they can be used during the day, night, or both. I'll put that. I'm gonna move this down to the ability section. That's really where that bold. What a world we live in. Let him change the rules. And rules mid-game. Yeah. Anarchy. That's what this is. Actually, this is redundant. Totally redundant. 1 activated ability each day and 1 each night. That's what that says up here. Yeah, this entire rule is totally redundant. There are now fewer rules. Guys, fewer rules. Anyone complaining that there were too many rules, there's now 1 less. Because it was the same as another rule. What a world we live in. That's right. What a world we live in. Let's see. As soon as the day ends, between each day and night phase, there'll be a dusk phase. Generally, activated abilities in the day are resolved within 24 hours. Put up the next vote count. All activated abilities are at the end of this. Maybe abilities that, yeah, those can stay in the day-night section. All right. Done. All right. So you promised you'd add me to a chat with you day 1. What happened? What happened, X, is that what happens at X is that she found somebody else. Found somebody else to use that on. Got 7 people watching now. Welcome to the party, 7 people. You guys want? Let's see. All right, so I've changed the rules on deadlines. I've added an extra. I've officially added an extra. Let's see, 24 hours to days, 12 hours to nights. That's 36 hours. Plus, I've made official the dawn dusk phases and said that they would last roughly 24 hours each. So that's 48 plus 36 is 70, 84. I've officially added an extra 84 hours to each cycle, basically. Hey, Crow, welcome. I've officially added an extra 84 hours to each cycle, basically. I'm very extremely optimistic that that added time will make running the game much more smoothly for me. Mind you, a lot of the delays that we've had were due to completely unforeseeable incidents. I fell down the stairs one day, literally. Another day I received some very tragic news. Somebody was passing away, basically, and I wasn't in the right mindset to focus on the game. And the delay. Regardless, anyway, most of the delays have been completely unforeseeable events. A couple of times the deadline fell on a Friday night, which was really bad timing because I was planning to do a large Baldur's Gate 3 stream the next day. Speaking of Baldur's Gate 3, I should disable the Baldur's Gate 3 extension. I should disable the Baldur's Gate 3 extension when I'm not doing a Baldur's Gate 3 stream, especially. And I should disable it even when I am doing a Baldur's Gate 3 stream, since it doesn't seem to work. But I'll worry about that later. Or I'll worry about it now. Can I turn it off? Edit your extensions while being live. Change. Swap out your extensions. Visit my extensions. That's great. Activate. Play. I don't. I'll set it over. It's not active right now. Okay. Okay, cool. It's already not active. I guess it's a smart extension. Anyway. Hey, Crow. Welcome. How's it going? How are you? We apparently have 11 people watching, which I would say is enough people to play a game of Mafia. But a lot of people on Twitch go on Twitch to. A lot of people who watch are probably just lurking. So I can't necessarily count on the numbers to. Did I hear Mafia on chat? Whoa! Alright. Did I hear Mafia on chat? Yeah. I mean, we could play. The goal of these things was always to eventually play live games of Mafia on Twitch. That was always going to be the goal. Not just doing commentary every week. Though, mind you, there's nothing wrong with weeks where we do just do commentary. But I am planning. I mean, like I have a Mafia Patreon. There's going to be more than just, the whole point of that Mafia Patreon is to send me my roll, right? Meow. I don't know if we have there's 10 people now. It dropped a number. If we have actually 10 people that are, one of them is me, so that's 9. We actually have 9 people that are willing to play a game of Mafia here on Twitch. I will run one here on Twitch right now. Everyone who's watching, if you want to play a game of Mafia, chime in with a "I would like to play" or just an emote. And if you are just happy to continue lurking, then continue lurking. I don't mind. Don't feel no pressure whatsoever. I'm happy to just talk about Mafia. Nobody wants to play a game of Mafia. Sorry, I got so excited I closed the tab. Let's see. Start tagging. What's going on? Interesting. Singer, I will have you know, I signed up for Twitch just to be part of your stream, only to be told I couldn't because I refused to give Twitch my phone number. Really? The nerve. I know. You should yell at him for me. How far in are we now? 3 weeks? Almost a month? Want me to yell at him? Maybe not yell, but like nicely inform him of why some lurkers may not actually be wanting to lurk. Interesting. I wonder if that's a setting that I turned on and not a Twitch thing. It might be a setting I can disable. Let me see. I mean, Twitch is pretty notorious for having some bad issues with bots showing up in chats and spamming all kinds of things, and I don't have any moderators. That's why I have like safety things on or whatever. Let's see. Settings. Font icon. Set font size. Clear my chat. Better TTV setting. Show moderator actions. Yes. Messages caught by automod. Auto announce. Chat is off. I don't know if that's a thing that I've done or if it's just a general thing that Twitch has. Let me see what I can do here. Oh boy, I need to fix my panels. I need to really spiff up my Twitch page. Need to add a channel bio and stupid shit. Let's see. Anyway, let me. Could be the case for a couple of people, I wonder. So what is it telling you that is it telling you, Silver, that you can't post unless you verify your phone number because the streamer has done something? If it's preventing some of my users from participating, that's a problem for me. Safety. Sure, I'll find something in the safety section. I don't want to be in the appeals portal. It's not where I wanted. Settings? Settings? Security and privacy? Channels and videos? I don't know, Silver. I don't know. It says verified accounts only chat, and when I try to post anything, it prompts me to enter a phone number. Yeah. Yeah, I'm probably turned that on so that only verified accounts can. Sounds like something I think I turned. See if I can turn that off. Hopefully it's not going to be too bad. Air pass broadcast. Clips. Yes. Moderation. Okay. Auto mod controls. Automatically hold items. Shared ban info. Block hyperlinks. Ah, channel privileges. Okay, we're in the right place. Your overall safety rating is green. Users meeting these criteria with a verified phone number will also be able to chat. All chatters must have a verified email. Some chatters must have a verified email. First-time chatters in my channel must have a verified email. Chatters without a verified email must have accounts older than 3 months. Chatters without a verified email must have followed for more than 1 week. Okay. Email verification is on. Phone verification. Here we go. Here we go. This is the problem. Let's turn phone verification off. So now, or hang on. Or I can keep it on, but I can change the first-time chatters in my channel must have a verified phone number if they're first-timers. That sounds reasonable. You're not a first-timer, right? Been here for weeks. Chatters without a verified phone number, that's you, must have accounts older than 1 week. I'll put, how about older than 1 day? And chatters without a verified phone number must have followed me for more. Are you following me, Silver? Silver just followed. See, you weren't even following me. I had settings that said if you were following me, you didn't have to verify your phone number. And the only reason it was asking you to verify your phone number is because you weren't following me. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's that is there. So now you're following me. You should be able to use the chat. Can you use the chat, or is it still asking for? Wait, maybe I need to save this. Hang on. Maybe I need to save this. Let me see if there's a save button. What happened? What was that sound? It was a sound effect. What's that for? Was it for the fact that I got a new follower? Sound effect. Let's see. First time chatters in my channel. Let's turn that off. There we go. Let's. I changed those settings around. I did not see a save button. So hopefully it doesn't need to be saved. I left the settings page and I went back in. And it seems to have saved what I did. Well, now I am. I literally just created the account today. I have no idea how to Twitch. It's still asking for a phone number. Still asking for a phone number. It won't ask for a phone number in. I'm just gonna turn it off. I'm just gonna turn it off. Chatters without a verified phone number. Can I just turn this off? Are you able to chat now? Is it asking for a phone number now? We're learning. We're doing it live, folks. Maybe if I refresh the page. Refresh the page. I will also refresh the page. No such luck. So disabling that doesn't... What about now? Refresh the page now. Do you have a verified email? Or just no verified phone number? Is your account verified in any way, shape, or form? Yes, a verified email. Okay. And what about and it's still not letting you chat, right? Even if you refresh the page? It should update my thing. Follower. It still says Quasar is my most recent follower. It should update to say Silver. See why it's an update. No chats for me. No, it. Try refreshing one more time. It might take a second for the changes I made to reflect in the chat. I made some changes. It might take a second for that stuff to reflect. Refreshing continues to be of... Yeah, well, okay. Give it time. It will fix. You're following me now. And I'm looking right at it, and it says that followers that doesn't ask followers. Silver Again, testing 1 2 3. Can anybody hear you? I can see you. You're in the chat. Well done. Ta-da! And now if I do this, if I flip this setting back on, click refresh, what'll happen? Let's see. Is it working now? Did I block you again? Or are you still able to chat? I'm blocked again. Sad day. Sad panda. Okay. All right. So that setting fixes that. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna turn that off for right now. I'll turn it back on later. What it says is that the lowest setting. I have the phone verification completely turned off right now. But if I wanted to keep it on, the lowest setting was that you have to have been following me for at least 10 minutes before it stops asking for your phone number. So in 10 minutes, I could, in theory, turn that setting back on, and you should still be able to use the chat. Because it'll have been 10 minutes. But for now, I just disabled it entirely so you can use the chat. And my safety rating has dropped from green to yellow. Sad panda. I'm a new and scary account. Yeah, exactly. And there are a lot of new and scary accounts, and most of them are bad. Most of them are spam bots. And clearly I'm a very dangerous bot that should be prohibited from speaking, lulz. Yeah. You're the exception. Trust me. Twitch is full of them. Twitch is full of those bots. You guys think Zelda Dungeon is bad for bots? Twitch is worse. Times a million. But anyway, we learned something. Anyone else who is watching right now that has been having the same problem Silver does, can't chat because your thing is unverified, follow me, and then you won't have that problem. My follower goal updated, but I don't see Silver's name on my screen. How does it take that thing to... Oh, right. We figured this out last time. I need to have this other thing open. I need to have stream labels open, or else it won't update the labels. Paranoid King just followed. Thanks for the follow, Paranoid King. And now it says your name on... Sorry, Silver, you got bumped. The short duration that Silver was the most recent follower, because I didn't have stream labels open, it didn't update. And now Paranoid King is the most recent follower. And so... That's funny. Sorry, Silver. But yes. Twitch should do a better job at explaining that. It's unfortunate that they don't. It should say you need a verified phone number, or in the absence of that, follow the person that you want to follow, and chances are you won't need a verified phone number anymore, because we have control over who gets into our chats basically, and they actually give me pretty decent controls over who gets into my chats. I can customize like things like if you are a follower, you're blocked unless you verify your phone number, and if you're not a follower, you don't have that same restriction, etc., etc. I've been replaced. How dare you? Our glorious and benevolent ruler has forsaken me. No, I have not forsaken you. Your name was just supposed to be on the screen, and it never got a chance to be because PK followed me before I opened stream labels. But you know what? You know what? If you donate, if you click the bits button and you donate 100 bits, or you cheer 100 bits in my channel, your name will go up in the bits section, and it probably won't change for a long time because nobody cheers on my channel. The person whose name is up there right now, Dagorian, who cheered 100 bits, I think he cheered 2 years ago and is still my most recent cheer. I don't know what 100 bits costs. I think it's like $2 or whatever. But if you want your name to stay on my channel for a long ass time, that's a way to do it. Listen, not that I don't like you and think you deserve the money, but I don't trust Twitch with my phone number. You think I trust them with my financial info? That's a very good point. It's a very good point. It's a very good point. And to that I say, if you're ever spending any kind of money online, use an intermediary of some sort. Like I have a credit card that I use for making online purchases. I also have PayPal that I use, and I put that shit through there. But I was mostly joking. I don't expect anyone watching to donate money to me. That's a little, just so that their name can be on my screen, No. That said, there are people whose names are on my screen that are on there because they've sent me money. So that works. Right now, you can see Number's name on the screen. He didn't send money through Twitch. He sent money through Patreon. So that's why he's on. But now you're in the chat. Congratulations, you're in the chat. I'm grown enough to send money to whoever I want. Yes, you are, KOD. Absolutely are. And your contributions are absolutely appreciated. Not so appreciated that I won't back down on my stance about barring you from signing up for KOD Must Die 2, but still appreciated. So we got 2 people in chat, and according to WTF, yeah, we went there. Did you forget? Did you forget that was a thing? Or did you think I was joking? We got 9 viewers, one of which is me, so we've really got 8 viewers. But if all 8 of them, if all 8 of you want to play a game of Mafia live on Twitch, complete game, not like day 1 and then we'll do day 2 next week. No, a complete game. You can play these things in a shorter span of time than we do on forums. A complete game of Mafia we would play right here, right now. If the people that are watching get in chat and say, I want to play. Am I allowed to play? Or am I going to get banned from playing like the namesake game? No, you only get banned in the namesake game because you're dead. KOD had to die in KOD Must Die, and in KOD Must Die 2, you must be dead because that's what happened in the first game. And we respect continuity here. Sorry, I can't play currently. You don't have to be sorry. You're appreciated. Everyone who is here watching is appreciated just for the act of being here, whether they can play or not. I'm happy to just sit here and talk about Mafia. But if you guys would like to play a game, and if there's enough of you to play a game, I will host a game of Mafia right now live on chat. Let's put a poll up. New poll. Do you want to play Mafia/Werewolf live on Twitch right now? Yes. No. No, not going to allow additional votes. We'll put it there. Set it at that. And then we'll do this. There you go. Make your voices known. Oh, I misspelled you. Do you want to play Mafia live on Twitch right now? While that's happening, while that poll is happening, I've extended the deadlines in Amazing Fantasy, a Spider-Man Mafia prequel, so that the next time I fall down some stairs, I won't need to extend the deadlines. They'll already be extended. You're just arguing with settings on Twitch? Yeah, go for it. Argue with all the settings on Twitch. You're new here. Welcome to Twitch. I'm glad that you find me entertaining enough that you came to and made a Twitch account just so that you can watch me. Hey, look, lane 1 1, 2 2s, 3 3s, 4 4s, and 5 5s. What a creative username that is. What a creative username. Well, by my count, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So far, we got 4 people who would like to play. Need a bit more than 4. Stairs are tricky. Yes, they are. I need a bit more than 4. I think the minimum I could do it with is 7. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Secrets. Secrets. I'm just, I can't talk about what I was just responding to. Secrets. That's right, that's right. You can tell us your secrets, we won't tell. Sure, I'll tell you my secrets. In Baldur's Gate 3, I am playing as Shadowheart. And she's a lot of fun. I'm dating Lae'zel. Don't tell Lae'zel. I maybe thought about killing her at some point. I should do a Baldur's Gate 3 Mafia game. Tell us your secrets. Secrets would you like to know, Silver? You want to know who Spider-Man is? In the Clone Saga, a Spider-Man Mafia 3, Spider-Man was none other than Silverfish. Baldur's Gate 3 Mafia, text-based game based off a video game based off of a tabletop RPG. Yeah, I can't think of a better. I can't think of a better thing to do with that. Honestly, that would be so much fun. Only 3 people voted yes, which is not enough. Sorry, pal. Sorry, friends. One day, we will have enough people here who want to play Mafia live on Twitch. When that happens, I will happily run for you. Hi, I want to offer promotion of your channel. Viewers, followers, views, chatbots. Price is lower than any competitor. The quality is guaranteed to be the best. Auto on, incredibly flexible and convenient order management panel. Everything is in your hands. Turn it on, off, customize. Go to dogehype.com. Hey, Silver. I turned off a setting so that you could chat. And less than 10 minutes later, my fledgling channel that nobody would care about is already drawing the attention of bots. I told you they were bad on Twitch. You need to get back into... Crow, do you have Baldur's Gate 3 on PlayStation or on PC? Because if you have it on PlayStation, we could be playing together. I need more people who have it on PlayStation. It is on PC. Oh, well. It's going to be cross-platform eventually, but it's not yet. It is what it is. The bots are here, yes. Have you been following me for 10 minutes yet, Silver? Can I turn that setting back on to keep the bots out? Secrets. Wisecrack is a communal ability in the Spider-Man Mafia prequel. Discord suggests the answer is yes. Okay, let's do some more testing here. We're going to turn that setting back on because bots have already showed up. They did not waste any time. They were like, look at this guy without phone verification. Let's get in his chat. He's got 11 viewers. I've turned it back on. Right now, phone verification is on again. But, asterisk, chatters without a verified phone number can still chat as long as they've been following me for 10 minutes. That's all. 10 minutes. So it's turned back on. Let me know, Silver, if you can use the chat. For fuck's sakes. It's blocking you again, is it? 10 whole minutes? I think not. Look at this setting again. Chatters without a verified phone number must have followed for more than 10 minutes. Chatters without a verified phone number must have accounts older than 1 day. Oh, okay. Well, that you haven't had an account older than 1 day. Wait. Let me change that too. 1 hour. Definitely had an account older than 1 hour, right? Yes, it's blocking me again, and it's definitely been more than 10 minutes. Wait, but have you had an account for more than 1 hour? And it's asking for your phone, right? Not your email. So it's definitely the phone issue. Might be just under an hour old. I can wait. Anyway, I'll turn it off. I'll turn it off for right now until, you know, so that you can chat. The way it's supposed to work is that if you've just joined Twitch, you know, you can't use the chat, but if you know, you can bypass phone verification by being a follower of your favorite channels, usually, in most cases. Sometimes it just takes a few minutes because a bot can follow my channel, but they don't have the patience to wait around 10 minutes, you know. 10 whole minutes? I think not, says Crow. I've changed the deadlines. I still haven't set a deadline for day 4, but I did change the rules for deadlines. Princess Abigail says, "Oh, but also, just want to say on the record that Mafia probably isn't actually evil." And Silverfish said, "Evil is so subjective these days, but regardless of morality, 2 people are dead this morning, and it is heavily implied that the varying mafias are involved. So at least we'll learn something from this and hopefully prevent another murder." Yeah, the flavor, if you want to flavor game this, the flavor gaming directly implied that these people are casualties as a result of the gang war. And if you look at the person who died as a result of a electrocution, the flavor was very different. So, I mean, maybe the mafia isn't all that bad. Maybe a town mafia win is possible. It doesn't seem to change the fact that people are getting killed by these so-called not bad people. I don't know. Don't believe everything you hear. Rumors aren't always true. What if I gave control of my account to a bot? That could be fun. ... Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I think I had a stroke while reading this. Also, matching intel was bad. Terrible. Don't. Please elaborate. Yeah, I have a stroke while reading everything, Xlight says. Xlight, why were you voting SMS? Good question. Why was he voting SMS? I hope nobody needs a lawyer right now. Sorry, Matt and Foggy. It's random, you know. That's what Storm had to say. Princess Abigail says she dated someone else. Yeah, X. Sorry, man. You were too little, too late. Dating someone else. Storm says, I hope you used aloe vera. Rubik says, are you able to turn the power back on for them, or are we just out of luck? Abigail says, I was given special and very cool privileges during my vacation. Basically, I softed this in my gift post so you can verify it. The gangs are at war for the Kingpin title. The winner will have the ability to bring a joint Mafia Town victory, but we kind of have to make sure the right people win, because the Kingpin is going to have lots of power, and if the wrong people win, Town is probably toasted. This info was 100% mod confirmed, yo, says Princess Abigail. I have to specify. She doesn't seem to have anything to comment, though, when it comes to... She doesn't even seem to have anything to say responding to Silver's allegations that 2 people are dead and the Mafia is likely responsible. Who are the right people, though? Good question, Rubik. Oh, who is the right people, then? Who would make that possible? Look at Rubik and me sharing a brain, y'all. Ooh. Who was it that said they never want to hear me say ooh again on stream? Somebody said that. They can go to hell. Storm says it's in progress, but someone else will be out of power for at least 2 vote counts. Interesting. Don't think I get to say any more in chat. Don't think I get to say hi anymore and chat. Talking about the stream? Interesting. People are having interesting discussions in private. They're having interesting discussions in public, but even more interesting ones in private. Fought a mummy lord teleported to C's hometown being overrun by Yuan Ti. Sounds like an epic D&D game. It was me. I die inside every time. What was you, Vrondal? What was he? We were talking about having a live game of Mafia here on Twitch, but we didn't have enough users. We almost had enough users. We had like 3 or 4. We had 4 people that were seemingly interested in. You know, you keep saying ooh 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 ooh. How many times do I have to say it to scare Vero off? Gotta all of the oohs. Let's give me some of them oohs up in here. Indeed. I love toying with my players in this game. It's so much fun. So much fun, you guys, to toy with my players. Shut up, bro. Shut up. Right now, somebody is asking questions, and somebody else is asking the same questions. There's a person. There's a person who wants to know something. There's a person who wants to know something else, and they think it might be the same thing that they want to know. I can only hint at things so much. I can't come out and outright say things to people. That would be like bad juju as a mod. You guys want to see a funny picture of Spider-Man? Pictures of Spider-Man. I got pictures of Spider-Man. Pictures. Get me pictures of Spider-Man. Let's do this. Here we go. We got a image. Pictures of Spider-Man. Spider-Man. Image file. That way. This browser. Spider-Man. Oh, it's sexy Spider-Man. Sexy Spider-Man. Well, here we go. This work if I do this. There it is. Spider-Man. Look at that. Undo. Yeah, baby. Pictures of Spider-Man. JJJ would pay big for that. Yeah, he would. Bet you he would. Go. And if I go below the chat box. Go. Now, if you want to read the chat box, you have to look in Spider-Man's general crotch region. Let's see. Sexy Spider-Man. Yeah, baby. uh... Top dollar for Spider Dong. That's right. That's right. There you go. There you go. Top dollar for Spider Dong. He's ready to rumbo. You got Spider-Man in this amazing Spider-Man Mafia game now. We went 3 whole days of Spider-Man Mafia without a Spider-Man in it. That's crazy. Crazy, y'all. Like, what was I even doing if I was running a Spider-Man game without Spider-Man in it? Guess I was running something. Why are people sending me all kinds of messages? Don't they know I just spent all day resolving their damn abilities? Now they're like, let's throw some more at them. Yeah. So. So. Not opening these. I need to open. Crap. Don't need to know what that said. This one. Yeah. I like marking. I like leaving abilities on unread because then I can easily filter which ones I still need to resolve. Maybe we're all Spider-Man. If only we believed. That was the plot of a Spider-Man Mafia 3, bro. That was the plot of a Spider-Man Mafia 3. I'm not doing the same thing again. I try not to repeat myself. Every time is new. Every time is different. True Spider-Man is the friends we made along the way. That was literally the plot of a Spider-Man Mafia 3. No word of a lie. The Clone Saga, a Spider-Man Mafia 3, had, shit you not, 10 out of the 24 players, 10 of them were Spider-Man. And then there was, on top of those 10 that were Spider-Man, was also the Scarlet Spider, two Scarlet Spiders, and a Spider Pig, and a Spider Side, which is a character. And yeah, this is a personal insult. Shaking my head. Yeah, that was the Clown Fiesta. And where were we then? Why weren't we invited? Listen, every time I've run one of these things, I have done everything in my power to let everybody know that I'm making the craziest damn Mafia game that you'll ever play. And sometimes people heed the call, and sometimes they don't. Sometimes people heed the call for a few days, and then they rage quit partway in because they submitted an ability late and couldn't accept that. But we don't talk about that. You guys want to look at Spider-Man Mafia 3? Zinger's games are a divine call to action. They really are. When I run a Spider-Man Mafia, I am channeling something divine into a Mafia design. It is... Zinger, I regret to inform you that a bot refuses to take over my account and talk to you because it refuses to accept that you exist. Well, good for it. I want to look at Spider-Man Mafia 2, Hobgoblin Lives. Let's put a poll. Let's do... I've been on stream for over 90 minutes now. I said it was going to be a short one tonight. Guys, we'll go a little bit longer. Which we're talking about a Spider-Man Mafia 3, but King wants to look at Spider-Man Mafia 2. We even have records of that one? Yeah, the whole game still exists. Minus the private chats. It's on NGA, yeah. Of course it is. Alright, you guys. Let's make Spider-Man a little smaller. The chat window. The mods have allowed that message. Yeah, the mods are me. There are bots that are monitoring messages and they are flagging them, and when they do, it's like they hold it back, and I have to decide yes or no. I don't have mods, so I'm the mod plus some bots. Here we are. Do it. Let's do it. You want to know about a Spider-Man Mafia 3, bro? That you missed out on? The game where everyone was freaking Spider-Man? Zinger is the Senate. That's right. Game where everyone was Spider-Man. That's loading. It's taking a long time for some reason. We will go and look at a Spider-Man Mafia 2. Ugh, this looks when I'm not signed in. Faster way. Spider-Man. All right. Here it is. Hello, Cynthia. It's fast. Why? Is that the one where there was a role called Rubik, which was actually fake? I seem to recall skimming that. Yeah, a Spider-Man Mafia 3 had a role called Rubik. For real. Cynthia, Dark Alchemist was asking about you earlier. He wanted to know what happened to you, where you've been. Yeah, that was Funnier's role. Funnier was Rubik. And then he became Traveler. The Clone Saga, a Spider-Man Mafia 3, an advanced bastard mafia game for 24 players, loosely based on the massive crossover event of the same name. The game features a variety of characters, mechanics, new and old, trying to confound you, the best of you. Yes, yes, we know all about that. Game is a bastard game, blah, 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 blah. Like to know more about the Clone Saga, check out the sign-up thread, which talks about it at some length. The thing you could do. Go here to the sign-up thread and read this, and you'll learn about the Clone Saga. But yeah, basically, there was Spider-Man, and there was Peter Parker. And there was a lot of clones. Like this is the theme from Clone High. Great game. Scroll down to the central part here. Special game mechanics. Clones! As the name of the game suggests, this game will feature a number of Spider-Man clones created by the mad scientist Dr. Miles Warren, also known as the Jackal. Figuring out which one is the real Spider-Man is going to be part of what makes this game so unique and exciting. You'll note I did not say figuring out which one is the real Spider-Man is what is required to win. Though some of you interpreted it that way. By some of you, I mean Tevish. Being a clone is a subtype of your role, which interacts with abilities and conditions in various different ways, detailed within the ability or condition in question. If you have one of these roles, and most of you did, you'll also be required to provide your current belief as to your clone's status at the start of the game and update it throughout. An integral mechanic in the game triggers off of whether or not you believe yourself to be a clone, so give it some thought. Tevish was not playing a clone, so he obviously did not give it very much thought. Yep. Basically, let's go to the end here. This is the start. Let's go to the end. This was a great game, you guys. This was a fantastic game. Right here. Let me show you something right here. Game started with clones, and here we had Spider-Man show up, and everyone was excited. Here, right after Amber was right here. She was like scared, excited noises. The first post after Spider-Man. It's been many years, friends, said KOD. You won't have to wait as long before the next one. Jacko coming in, making an early post. And SMS following right after. Interesting. We're going to go to the end in a second. But I'm waiting. I'm trying to find a point here. Sock account. Like a sock puppet, an account being worn over top of your personal account to hide your identity, like a mask, a Spider-Man mask. A dumb question, but they were discussing the fact that there were sock accounts, basically, otherwise known as the Mafia accounts. Sock account in this case, like a side account, made for a person to use in the game. Why would anyone expect Spider-Man to have his own account? Yep. And so Spider-Man made his first post, and then somebody else showed up with the same account and said, "Hey, who the heck are you, handsome? I thought I had an exclusive tailor. I can confirm I did not post this. The game is not that easy." It's the same account, though. This was the greatest moment in my design career, was when Xlight said, "But it's the same account, though. How could you be a different person? It's the same account." Yeah. So if they're not messing with us, the clone and the original, how cute of you to think there's only two. The clone and the original share the same account, apparently, which is interesting. So there are at least 3 Spider-Man around, because I certainly didn't make either of those posts. And in previous games, you could not target the mask. You had to target the account, which, yeah. Makes sense, says Xlight. And then, wait, this is going to get confusing real fast. Zinger probably designed it like this on purpose, just so he could use the Spider-Man account to play in his own damn game without any of us realizing it. You give me too much credit, Spider-Man. I don't know if I'm that much of an evil. Yes, I am. Let's see. Wow, that's you, KOD. Yeah, it was KOD. How exciting. Yeah, fake. It's a clone. If a clone believes they are Spider-Man, to what extent are they? Oh, you'll see. Rip Tevish. Yeah, Tevish ruined the game for town. It was a Mafia victory. And Tevish is at least significantly to blame for that. Why is it called a sock account and not a mask account? It's just the lingo that people use since before I've been designing Mafia games, so it's kind of inherited. That's all. I prefer a mask account. Certainly. It's certainly more appropriate, I think. Rubik is like, that's a lot of Spider-Man. Killjoy's like, arg. No, not arg. That's another player. The same person with so many split personalities is really gonna mess with me. This is surprisingly amusing. You can probably create a conversation between yourselves in a PM convo with Zinger to try to figure some stuff out. No, X. The whole point is that it's supposed to be confusing. And then I posted this, which is hilarious. Ah, yes, the Sun Fan. I remember the Sun Fan. This pace is going to kill me. I'm glad it didn't. It wasn't going that fast, was it? Maybe it was. Why are people tagging me? Zinger telling me to shut up, shaking my head. Yeah, well, you know, sometimes I tell it like it is. It's a good question for Zinger. Bum, 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 bum. There you go. uh... Call me out because you're evil, though. Yeah, now I'm reading what you said to me live on stream. And it gets me in trouble. Yeah, I hope so. Ooh, Spider-Man account. So we've got at least 3 Spider-Man, according to one of them. I agree that humility is not a natural town lean. Yeah, who cares about the rest of that? Tevish, the man of the hour. The guy who cost everyone the game. Except for Mafia. He helped them win. Okay, so I'm going to tell you what happened, Vrondal. What happened was there were 10 players, 10, who were all told that they were Spider-Man. And they all had I technically won with his assistance. Hey, I technically won with his assistance. Well, maybe he did. Yeah, there were 10 players who were all told that they were Spider-Man. And here's the thing. They had to tell me if they believed they were Spider-Man or not. And their win condition was triggered if they were right or wrong about their beliefs. So they had to guess right to win. However, at some point in the game, they could tell me that they believed firmly, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that they were the true Spider-Man or that they were a clone. Basically, if they did this, they were cementing their belief, saying, I'm not going to change my mind anymore. This is the belief I'm going to live with for the rest of the game. And if they did that, they got a new role with a new win condition. And if they believed they were Spider-Man, that role would be town aligned and come with a slew of amazing powers. And if they believed they were a clone, then they were offered a different choice. They could either become Mafia and side with their creator, the Jackal, or they could become a self-aligned survivor with basically no abilities. And most of them just chose Mafia, because why wouldn't you? And the Mafia won. Tevesh, early in the game, found out who the real Spider-Man was. And he thought that was information that should be made available to everyone. So he went and publicized it in the game thread. Tevesh is often known for blabbing. As soon as he gets information, he likes to tell somebody, anybody. It's his MO. He can't keep a secret. He wants to, when he has a secret, he's like a child on Christmas. He wants to reveal it. That's Tevesh. Anyway, he told everyone in the game thread who the real Spider-Man was, I think on day 3, which was pretty damn early in the game. And to quote Tevesh, he said, I think what's happened is we've triggered what was supposed to be an end game event very early. And he was absolutely correct. What he didn't realize, though, was that he thought finding out who the real Spider-Man was a boon to town. It wasn't. It was a boon to town for any of the Spider-Men to choose to believe they were Spider-Man, because they would then become town with a slew of amazing powers. But if you tell everyone this person is Spider-Man and nobody else is, sure, you create one superpowered town-aligned hero. The other 9 became Mafia. Or like 6 of them became Mafia and 3 became Self. Whatever. I don't know. The point is, he opened Pandora's box, and he told everyone in the thread who the real Spider-Man was. He found out early enough, and he told everyone in the thread who he had one of the most powerful abilities in the game, the ability to discern beyond a shadow of a doubt who Spider-Man was. And he gave that to everyone. Without thinking, this is a powerful ability. Maybe this is in my hands for a reason. Maybe, like, great power comes great responsibility. And he didn't want that responsibility. He gave it to everyone else. Behold, the gift that kept on giving. Yes. I know. He found out early enough who the real Spider-Man was, and he told the thread, which means for one of the 10 players became a superpowered town-aligned ally. And the other 9 no longer had a reason to help the town. Until they knew for sure that they were or were not a clone, all 10 of them were incentivized to help the town because they all thought they might be Spider-Man. So, like, that was a big shoot yourself in the foot moment. It was very difficult for town to come back from that. Not impossible, but very difficult. And then when you couple the what Tevesh did alongside the fact that a couple town players were willingly believing the fake illusions that were being conjured by the Traveler, and you just had an uphill battle that town couldn't win. Town could probably have survived either the Traveler or Tevish's blunder. Town definitely could not survive both, and they had both that were shoveling crap down their throats. So, who was the Traveler? The Traveler was a character that that a mutant. You know what a mutant is? The X-Men. I'm sure you know it was a mutant who had who had powers of illusion, and basically his illusions were so powerful that anyone who was witness to his illusions believed them, including himself. He created illusions that fooled himself. So he thought he believed his own illusions. And so I devised a rule that basically said, anytime you try to use your powers to confirm something, I will mod confirm them for you. And the things I confirm will be actually false. So, and then anyone who was allied with him would also believe those rumors. And I went out of my way to confirm them. He said he had the power to come up with his own abilities. And so he created a new ability that said he could target a player to look at their role PM. And he had the power to create his own abilities and share them with anyone in his cult. So the Traveler created an ability to look at someone's role PM and shared them with people in his cult. One of which was X-Light. And who was Town. And so X used this ability to look at somebody else's role. And I devised a whole new role on the spot just to lead them down a rabbit hole of delusion. And you know, there's no way, like, X couldn't possibly believe he was looking at a role with pictures and everything, right? Like, and abilities and like he couldn't possibly believe that I actually just came up with that on the spot just to fuel Funnier's illusion powers. There's no way that I was that creative and speedy. Yeah, Rabbit Hole Delusion, and Doom is my middle name. Yeah, well, that's what went on in this game. Here. You want to get into the chats that you want to see the inside of the chats? Where is Judas Travelers and his host chat? Let me invite you to this. Go. Invite. There you go. Look. Have a look, bro. Enjoy this. This is Traveler's chat. And then where do we have here? Here is where the game was really lost between Tevish and Silver. Was in this chat here. Here, I'll share the rest of them with you. Why not? Here's the Jackal's secret lair. And here's Dr. Seward Trainer's lab. This one wasn't very much, but I'll share it with you. Here's the friendly neighborhood. The Goblin's lair. Of course there was a goblin. And then what was this one? This was the commentary. There you go. You now have access to all of the private chats for the Clone Saga of Spider-Man Mafia 3. They all still exist. So if anyone else is watching that would like access to those chats, let me know and I can grant you access. Look at it to your heart's content. Also, the game thread is on Zelda Dungeon. We're looking at it right now. You can still find this. If you want the link, let me know and I can share it with you. But let's go to the end and let's look at some roles here. The Daily Bugle. Daily Bugle was great, as it always is. Let's look at some rolls here. Yeah, it ended with a Mafia self victory. Mafia victory. Here are the winners. Poison, Ragnarokio, Captain Lunch, SMS, Skystone, Arg, and Killjoy. Those players have won. Everybody else lost. And there was a post-credit scene. Look at it if you want. I'm not. All right, so let's see. Discords, the original roll PMs. Here we go. So here are the spiders, and there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There were 9 of them. I thought there were 10, but I guess there were 9. There were 10 because I'm including the Scarlet Spider. Was that the game where Sky exiled himself early and never returned? Maybe? Think so? If you think it is outside the realm of possibility for Zinger, think again. That's true, KOD. Very true. Nothing is outside the realm of possibility when crimes concerned. You also won as non-mafia. Amber. Xfinity? Xfinity. You're listed on the losers. I don't know what you're talking about. No, wait. No, Skystone. Right. Your name is too similar to Xfinity. Skystone, yes, you won. Yes, you are the self-victory, right? Yeah. It was a mafia. It was a conjoint mafia self-victory. Right. So you even got the self-MVP, Skystone, right here. That's you. Self-MVP Skystone. Let's see. So we got all of these spiders. We had the amazing... No, wait. Wait, it was 10, not 9. I didn't miscount. One of these was double. One of these... Somebody got one of these. There are two... One of the... I can't remember which one. But one of these 9 Spider-Man rolls... Actually, I think it was 11, not 10. I think two of these rolls I gave to 2 different players. I think I gave out Amazing Spider-Man twice and Spectacular Spider-Man twice. The same exact roll, word for word. Most of them are different because, you know, I don't want to give people the same role, even though they're clones of Spider-Man. But I really wanted to throw people off, so I gave, I gave some people the same exact role. I gave some people the same exact role because I really wanted to throw people off, and I thought for sure if they clued into the fact that they're named after different comic books, like, oh, I'm Amazing Spider-Man, you're Spectacular Spider-Man, oh, I'm All New, All Daring Spider-Man, I'm Sensational Spider-Man, I'm Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, I'm Web of Spider-Man, etc., etc. Right? If they started to clue into the fact that they were these different names of comic books, then they could come out in the thread and start identifying themselves as such. And if they did that, they would get caught in the trap because 2 people would be like, no, wait, but I'm Amazing Spider-Man. You can't be Amazing Spider-Man. We've established that all the Spider-Men have different roles and have the different names, and I'm the amazing one. So you can't be the amazing one. It would create like this, it would create this thing where people would try to outguess the mod, right? Like, and so anyway, I had a lot of fun with this game. It is a grim fate. Let's open this. There we go. We got Welcome to Clone Saga, a Spider-Man Mafia 3. You are The Amazing Spider-Man, the one and only, is what I would say if there weren't at least a dozen spider clones running around town. But don't worry, you're the real deal. You think, maybe. I mean, you would know if you were a clone, right? Right? So you could see, and there's a whole bunch of backstory stuff on like how Gwen Stacy was murdered, and it became a whole deal. The Amazing Spider-Man is spider-aligned. You are not considered a threat to the town. If you are the real Spider-Man, your win condition is 1, remove all threats to the town. 2, correctly guess you are the real Spider-Man. See the clone section. And 3, both you and Mary Jane survive to the end of the day. You win if, when the game ends, no threats to the town exist in the active player pool, you've correctly guessed you are not a clone, and both you and Mary Jane are not dead. That's a lot, isn't it? You got 3 things. You need to do all of those if you're the real Spider-Man. But if you're a clone, your win condition is to correctly guess you're not the real Spider-Man and survive to the end of the game. You win if, when the game ends, you've correctly guessed you are a clone and you are not dead. So it was like a what do you want to call that? A bifect? Is that a word? Bifected? Bifurcated. That's the word I'm looking for. It was a bifurcated win condition. The spider alignment was a bifurcated win condition. It was a win condition that basically said, if you're the real Spider-Man, it's this, and if you're a clone, it's this, and like it was simultaneously, it was both of those things, but it was like it was dependent on whether you were real or not. And so, as you can see, if the clone one is very simple, it's just a survival win condition, and to correctly guess you're a clone. And if you were not the clone, it was very hard, right? What even is real? I know, right? Real was one of the Spider-Men. I determined who was the real one randomly at the start of the game, so that even I didn't know. Right? I didn't want to. What a pain for reality. I didn't want to. I didn't want it to be possible that people would say things like, "Oh, well, obviously he would make the Amazing Spider-Man the real one, right? And not like all new, all daring Spider-Man. Why would he choose? Or obviously this is the real Spider-Man because he has the real costume, and the other guy over here doesn't have the real costume. Or obviously this one's the real Spider-Man because he has web shooters, and the other guys don't have web shooters, right? Like I didn't want it to be possible for people to metagame that way, and so I said the only way for me to do this and have it be absolutely impossible to metagame who's the real Spider-Man is if I don't even know who the real Spider-Man is going into it. And so at the start of the game, like I all hail RNGesus. Yeah, it saved it made this possible. RNGesus made this possible. At the start of the game, I randomly determined which of the dozen possible Spider-Men were the real one. And it could have been any of the 12. Yeah, it was literally 12 because it was 24 players and it was half the players were Spider-Man. 50%. That's right. There were 11 people who were told there were 11 people who were Spider-Align and one that was Scarlet-Align, but the Scarlet-Align was also included in that could be the real Spider-Man rule. Which one was the real one? The real one was Silverfish. Silverfish was the real Spider-Man. What role did Silverfish have? Silverfish was the Amazing Spider-Man, but it was, I guarantee you, it was determined randomly. It wasn't because I said, oh, Amazing Spider-Man has to be the real Spider-Man. No, it was determined at random. It could have been any of those spiders. But it was, Silverfish was the Amazing Spider-Man. And here we can see all new, amazing web of sensational, friendly, spectacular. Peter Parker. Thought I gave out one of the Riley, Ben Clone, Kurt Connor, Daily Bugle, all new Spider-Man, Rubik, Spider-Man, amazing web of Spider Carnage, Spider Side, sensational, friendly neighborhood, spectacular. No, I guess they are all different. There's only 9 here. 7, 8, 9. 9 of those. Plus 1 Ben Riley could also have been Spider-Man. Six, 7. Okay, I guess there was only 9. Which plus 10, plus no, there was 10. There was 10. There was a dozen Spider-Man clones if you include Spider Carnage and Spider Side, and those technically were Spider-Man clones, but they weren't included in the role for being the real Spider-Man because they were degenerative Spider-Man clones. Oh, and Kane was also a Spider-Man clone. So there were out of 24 players, there were 13 Spider-Man. Well, there was 1 Spider-Man and 12 clones. Insane, right? Good for you, Silverfish. Always knew you were the real one. Yeah, I was real. It's a lot of pressure after Tevish made everyone evil. Oh, wait. You weren't going by Silverfish anymore. I'm stuck with it in several places. No big deal. It's a lot of Spider-Man. Yeah, you know, it is what it is. It is a lot of Spider-Man, yeah. So let's have a look at what some of these roles could do. Amazing Spider-Man had, you know, amazing spider powers. It was a night ability that they could use twice. But if they chose the first option, it increased their uses. If they chose the other options, it decreased their use. Had a Spider-Man costume, so they could post with the Spider-Man account. Not every Spider-Man, pardon me, not every Spider-Man did get Spider Sense. Parker Luck, Wallflower, yeah, it was, you know. Anyway, it's all here. If you want to look at what they did, they're all here, you know. They all, you know, they all had different abilities. I think I'd planned to give, you know, multiple people the same exact copy of a role if we had more than 24. Even Peter Porker, the spectacular Spider-Ham, was here. You're kidding, right? You're not kidding. Wink. Yep. Video doesn't work. He had to post in shades of pink. And make smiley faces. Then we had the town. Here was Daredevil. He was one of the few people had the power to discern real from fake Spider-Man. And he used it poorly. uh, Which channel? After checking, yes, that's right. Also new to Twitch. Yeah, a lot of people are new to Twitch. It's okay. Me a zinger step. Oh, he took the people. I have no artistic capability to accomplish such a task, so good luck with that. Haha. What are you talking about? You could make several comic series out of that many Spider-Man. Someone should do that. I know. What do you think they did? You want to see how long the Clone Saga went on for? It's notorious for being the comic saga that went on for way too long. You can make several comic series. That was the whole point. The marketing people came up with the Clone Saga because they were like, how can we sell more Spider-Man comics? Let's have actually more Spider-Man. Let's bring in more Spider-Man. Not that Clone Saga. This Clone Saga. This Clone Saga. This is just volume 1, 3, and 5 of the Clone Saga. That's right. A freaking saga that can't be collected in one volume. You want to collect the Infinity Saga in one book? You can do that. You want to collect all of Watchmen in one book? You can do that. The Clone Saga has at least 5 books. And this 5th volume of the Clone Saga, the complete Clone Saga epic, is just the end of the beginning. This is where the start of the Clone Saga concluded at the end of book 5. Then, if you want to see the rest of the Clone Saga, you have to buy the complete Ben Reilly Saga epics, which is even more material. And then, when that ends, you have the Gathering of 5 saga, which concluded the Clone Saga properly, once and for all. Want to see some sexy pictures of the Black Cat showing way too much cleavage? I'm gonna get demonetized. This is what comics looked like in the 90s, fellas. That's what comics looked like in the 90s. The Gathering of the 5 Armies, basically. Ooh la la. Look at that steamy action there. But what if he's a clone? Wanna know what happens if he's a clone? He beats the heck out of Mary Jane. That's what happens. Spousal abuse. Piece of history indeed. I own it all. I just showed you volumes 1, 3, and 5. I have the rest somewhere else. I, of course, own it all. Because I'm a nerd. You could have several books about this thing. Just... Here is the Scarlet Spider. All of the power, none of the responsibility. And this was a good game. Look at the fake Traveler Illusion stuff. Fake. This is a fake roll that I came up with. I mean, this was potentially the second Scarlet Spider. Joe Wade. This was some stuff that I was potentially going to use if we had more players join. I recycled it as fake stuff for funnier. And I just came up with some of this shit on the fly. And oh yeah, this was funny. I told someone that someone else was the Jackal. They weren't. And I showed them this. They were like, I found the real Jackal. It's not really SMS, it's this guy. SMS was the Jackal. Yep. Traveler sounds cool. Yeah, you want to see the Traveler's roll? Where are you, Traveler? He made all this fake shit. X-Lite believed it. Kane's regeneration, just a clone. This is what happened if you decided to be a clone. Your worst fears are true. You are not Spider-Man. You are a clone. No, I'm the clone. Crack home. Well, poop. You achieved your motivation. Your alignment, win condition, and abilities all change to reflect the new realization, but what will they change into? You're not Peter Parker. You never were. Life up until now has been nothing but a lie constructed by a madman. You can join your creator in fulfilling the purpose he gave you life to fulfill. You'll become Mafia aligned, or you can abandon both sides in this feud between Jackals and Spiders and out on your own, become self-aligned. Not gonna lie to you. There are significant challenges ahead in both directions. At least now you know the truth. At least now you know your destiny is up to you. So what will it be? A or B? And if you chose Mafia, welcome to the Spider Army. Chose Self. Get much. But you weren't beholden to. That was something. And if you were the real deal, you got this instead, which is, like, you had to be like, oh, look at this. You're now town aligned. Look at this. Get new abilities and stuff. Oh, we're going to wrap this stream up very soon. Where's the Traveler? I want to show you the Traveler. The threats to the town, that's where he is. Norman Osborn, Friar, Jackal, Spider-Side. There's a lot of threats, clearly. Rubik / the Traveler. Okay, here's the Rubik roll. Rubik. You will be Rubik, because we are all Rubik. We are Rubik, we are many. Yes, Joy. Yes, you will be Rubik. Yes, we are all Rubik. Hey, wait a second. Wait a second. Where's the people? Where are the people? Why aren't people telling Rubik that I'm doxing their role on stream again? Because I'm literally doing that. Just because of that screenshot. I love that screenshot. I mean, I put the hey, you want to make a contract on there in the little Spider-Man comic thing. The rest of the screenshot is real. I didn't edit that. You are Rubik. What more is there? Backstory. In an effort to get a Spider-Man Mafia 3 off the ground, an average mild-mannered internet user, Rubik, suggested bridging the gap between NGA and CD. While engaging in probable clone propaganda for the upcoming game, Rubik was bitten by a radioactive clone. Before long, he discovered he had inherited the strange ability to duplicate himself from scratch. Nay, not from scratch, but from the very inert, un-Rubik matter of those around him. Before long, the Rubik spread until all were as he, the one who is many. The Rubik. Rubik is Rubik aligned. You are considered a threat to the town. You know, when you tell someone they're a threat to the town and they don't believe you, that's their fault. That's the whole time. Like, okay, I know. I devised a role that was specifically designed to lie to the person I gave it to. Right? The whole point of the traveler role was that the traveler believes his own illusions, right? He's a delusional man who conjures illusions and believes them, right? Like, he's not like Mysterio, who knows what he's spouting is bullshit, but he's trying to convince you about his lies. This guy believed the person he fooled the most was himself. So, okay, it's one thing that I gave Funnier a role that was designed to lie to him. You can't blame Funnier for that, right? That's the role's fault. But right from the get-go, I told him he was a threat to the town. And he chose to believe that he could somehow transcend his threat status by just arranging his abilities in the right way. Listen, if I tell this is as much a warning for the game. I'm talking directly to the camera right now. This is as much a warning for the game that you are playing right now as it was back then in a Spider-Man Mafia 3. If you are a threat to the town, you are a threat to the town, okay? Don't pretend you're not. Don't. You'll end up shooting yourself in the foot. Yeah. How about if you aren't a threat to the town? Can you ever become one? Yes. In this game? Yes. Actually, in this game, if you are a threat, you can become one, and if you aren't a threat, you can become one, and if you are a threat, you can become not one. That's, you know, this game is all about transformational roles. So if there was ever a game where you could transcend being a threat, this game is the game where it's possible. If you think it is outside the realm of possibility for Zinger, I think again, yeah, I mean, anything's possible. I put a god. Anyway, here we have Rubik. Rubik's win condition is to make every single one of the 24 players in this game become Rubik. A cult. How quaint. You win and the game ends as soon as all players are Rubik aligned. If the game ends and even one player is not Rubik aligned, be they active, exiled, or dead, you lose. So it didn't matter where they were, they had to be Rubik. Your motivation is to understand the true nature of your role. Something about it doesn't add up, and if you can figure out what that is, you might just unlock your true Rubik potential. To achieve your motivation, you will be given a new role. Your threshold is infinity. Infinity is defined as being greater than every single number. Therefore, the number of votes required to see you lynched must be greater than the number of votes available in the game. I'm so pedantic sometimes. Singer cutting himself off, shaking my head. Yeah. Listen. I like to cut myself off. It's fun. Fun for me. Oh. Rubik Zinger's doxing roll again. I don't know how you can take this abuse. I'm watching. Oh, he's watching. Okay. Put a stop to all this slander. That's right. Where are we? Yes. Yes. Abilities. Rubik's immunity, passive. You cannot be targeted by non-Rubik abilities. You can post in the game thread at any time, day or night. Rubik's power, activated day or night. Choose one. +1 use. If used during the day, you gain the ability to vote as normal for a Mafia game until the end of the day. If used during the night, you may rollblock target player. Rollblocking a player with this ability kills them instead if you were voting for that player in the previous day. -3 uses target player is revived as a Rubik clone. So you killed people and then you bring them back. -10 uses pick active, exiled, or dead. All players in the chosen player pool become Rubik clones. And then finally, Rubik's Cube. This item has the answers, you're sure of it. At the start of each day, while you have this item, you may choose one side to solve: white, red, blue, green, orange, or yellow. Each side will give you a clue to the truth, and solving all sides will unlock your true Rubik potential. And you are a Rubik clone. As such, you have the clone subtype. Unlike other clones in this game, you know that you are a clone and do not have to guess. But he wasn't a Spider-Man. He's had the clone subtype. Then, yeah, so that was the Rubik roll, which, as we know, wasn't real. But when he solved his Rubik's Cube, he became this. Judas Traveler and his host. Judas freaking Traveler. No wonder the Rubik illusion was so convincing. This guy is a mutant with the power to shape the knowable reality to his will, altering the perceptions of anyone around him, even his own, so much so that it is indistinguishable from the real thing. What is real except that which we think we know to be real? With Judas Traveler in play, what we think we know is only what he desires us to know, and thus we really know nothing at all. You know, like, with an introduction like that, I don't feel bad that even, X-Light was screaming, funnier, listen, I believed funnier because funnier believed funnier. Funnier didn't know his abilities were lying to us. Funnier's not a bad guy. He wasn't intentionally deceiving us. He was telling us what he believed to be the truth, and it's not his fault that he was being lied to by Singer. That's what that was X's defense. And Funnier knew. Like, look at what his role says. Funnier knew his role was designed to lie to him. Yeah, yeah. All the stuff he could. Dimension Door, that's a 4th level spell in Dungeons & Dragons. Return an exiled player of your choice to the active player pool. You can use this ability even when you're in exile. Cool. Yep. The Trial of Peter Parker. Now that was an ability. It caused some chaos. The host. You have a loyal group of followers called your host who practically worship you. These non-player characters are represented by a special Discord channel that only you have access to, which comes complete with a series of special Discord abilities that you can use through there. Discord abilities are a secret 4th type of ability in this game, the first 3 being activated, passive, and item. And you can expand your host by inviting other players to the Discord server, but beware, inviting others to this channel both grants one access to and makes one vulnerable to your special Discord ability. Grants them access to and makes them vulnerable to your special Discord abilities. Like, I was telegraphing clearly that granting access to these abilities would also make them vulnerable to them. Like these abilities were lies. It's funny. It's fun. All right, I'm tired. We're gonna wrap up this stream. I hope you guys enjoyed this stroll down memory lane. One of these days, I'm gonna run Mafia on Twitch live when we have enough players to do it. If you are not yet following me, do so, because there are settings that prevent people from chatting in my chat room if they have brand new accounts or unverified accounts. But you can bypass these protections if you've been a follower long enough. Set time limit for how long you need to have been a follower. So become a follower now so that when you do eventually want to use the chat to play in one of the Mafia games or whatever, you can do so. Furthermore, yeah, we talked a little bit about Spider-Man Mafia prequel, but then we spent most of the rest of the time talking about a Spider-Man Mafia 3. I hope you enjoyed this little stroll down memory lane. If you want to know more about a Spider-Man Mafia 3, the game thread, along with all of its secrets, is still exactly where it was. Zelda Dungeon, you can find it. Want a direct link, go into the Discord, in my Discord, and ask for a link, and I'll give you links to the game thread and the private Discord chats that were attached to that game. All of this stuff still exists. You can look at it. It's loads of fun. The Daily Bugle was great in this game. It was full, chock full of great material. Good one. Look at this. They had the jackal outed on day 2, right in the front page of the Daily Bugle. We had shit like this going on. You know, where are the shit like this in the game that we're playing now? Great. Got a puppy corner. What happened to the puppy corner? Vic, what happened to the puppy corner? Oh yeah. That's right. This is the part where JJJ said that Spider-Man were the preponderance of Spider-Man in town were because they were multiplying, because they were procreating. It laid his eggs. Yep. And the whole story of Clifford, the window washer. Ugh. I wrote this. In case you weren't sure, I wrote this rant. And then we have, Calvin and Hobbes cloning Calvin in a box. Great. Yeah, if you want to read up on the Clone Saga, it exists. It's out there. You can go find it. If you're lazy and don't want to go dig it up, you can ask me for links. Great game. We didn't look at a Spider-Man Mafia 2. KOD asked us to, but too much effort to jump back and forth between. But here it is. It still exists too. You can look at it all. All that's here. Hobgoblin Alibi. That was a unique mechanic for Spider-Man 2. Each town-aligned player knows the name of one other character who is definitely not the Hobgoblin. Wouldn't it? The central theme of this story was finding out who was the Hobgoblin. Wouldn't it be great if you could just pool all this information together somehow to significantly narrow down your choices? Too bad the Hobgoblin can straight up kill any player who does so. Yep. But anyway, there's all that's out there. So if you wanna go take a deeper stroll down memory lane and read up about all that stuff, you can. So once again, if you missed it earlier, I have changed the deadline rules for deadline. I've extended them. I've extended days by 24 hours. I've extended nights by 12 hours, and I have formalized that dawn and dusk will each take 24 hours in between. Hopefully by formalizing the expectation of 24 hours, that encourage me to make sure it doesn't take longer than that. Fingers crossed. We also have fewer players now than we've ever had. 23 is the smallest number it's ever been. For better or worse, people have died. And that is the way it is. That's the way Mafia goes sometimes. But yeah, I've changed the rules, so deadlines are adjusted, and this I think this does negatively impact one character in the game, but for the most part, most shouldn't be impacted by this slight the way deadline. And I thought about making some other changes, but for now we'll see how this goes, and if I have to make more changes. When the game was too hard for even the mod to keep up with, well, that was a sign that something needed. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed the stream. The stream is just about done now. I love talking about Mafia. It's a great game. I love talking about Spider-Man. This way I get to talk about both. Next time we will again see if we can run a Mafia game live on Twitch. That's the goal every week. But if we don't get there, we'll just do more commentary on stuff. We'll probably talk about a Spider-Man Mafia 2. We didn't get to so far. Have yourselves a great week. It's now Tuesday here. And yeah, I needed to set a deadline. I'll set it tomorrow. You know what? I will set the day 4 deadline tomorrow. I determined what it would be already, but so I'll set it properly. Have yourselves a good night, and until then, peace.